All right, look at us with a clean intro.
Hey, it's funny, man. We always trying to come up with ways to make the show better, man. And it's growing pains, but we're gonna get it locked in.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So this is episode 37. Number 37 is a tough one, man. That was a tough one. So what player came up in your head for the number 37?
I'm gonna be honest.
I know you picked, bro.
Bro, this is an easy one for me, bro. This was just you threw it right down the middle for me, man. Obviously, I'm going with Shaun Alexander, man. You already know what time it is. Phenomenal running back at the University of Alabama. NFL MVP with Seattle Seahawks. Him and his wife doing great. Have a humongous family. Wish them absolutely none but the best. But man, Shaun Alexander could do it back in the day.
Yeah. I feel like he's super underrated. I looked him up today. I didn't realize he had 100 touchdowns over his career. That's crazy. And what was it? 2005 MVP. Yeah, elite. So I knew you were going to say Shaun Alexander, of course. Of course. I had to go with a different person, and this person is not known for this number, but it's the first person I thought of, and that's primetime Deion Sanders
with the Ravens.
Yeah.
I see you off the beaten path a little bit. I see you.
Yeah. Anytime I can get Deion in, I'm gonna do it.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I was thinking about some numbers in the future of like athletes that may have like worn a number like a little bit here and there. So I got a few. I like that thought process.
Yeah, I already know what your number 45 is gonna be.
You already know.
Cool. Oh man. Shout out to the chat. Got a couple people or a few people in the chat. So appreciate y'all locking in with us. But so we had UFC 326 BMF title fight, and we can dig right into that because there was a lot of conversation about that fight. There's been a lot of conversation about that. So Charles Oliveira defeats Max Holloway and gets the BMF belt. But was that a BMF title fight? Was it really? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I get it as far as like the excitement standpoint of it. But I see the other side as well, man. Charles Oliveira, it was just a dominant performance. I get it. Like he took Max Holloway down at wheeled and pretty much just big brothered him the whole fight and just held him down, controlled him. And Charles Oliveira did what he needed to do to get the job done. I mean, Max Holloway's takedown defense and grappling kind of got exposed in this fight. And that's not Charles Oliveira's fault. Like he's out there to win a fight. And I know the fans wanted to look a certain kind of way, but ultimately, man, hey, Charles Oliveira in there trying to get a win.
Yeah, 100% agree. And I mean, I saw all of the conversation about it not being exciting or whatnot, but what I was telling my wife was, if they wanted this to be a certain way, if it was like no takedowns or, we want you to stand and bang in the center of the octagon, then those rules should have been set at the very beginning. But that wasn't set. This is an MMA fight, and all of those things go into being a fighter. And so Charles is what he was good at. Why would you stand and trade with Max after seeing what he's done to so many different people? So, I mean, it just makes way more sense to do what he did, and he was dominant. Who I picked, but he dominated, and he deserves it.
Yeah, for sure. But I will say this, though, like, just looking beyond this fight, it puts lightweight in a very strange position. Like, where does Oliveira go? Where does Holloway go? Who's the next? Like, where does Arman Sarukian fall in all this? Because, I mean, he's already got a win over Charles Oliveira. So,
hey, you see him with his handcuffs?
Yeah, real talk. And, I mean, it was accurate, too. It's kind of like, where does he go now? Like, he doesn't really have anybody to fight now. Like, Benoit Saint Denis is a new guy in, like, the top 5, top 6. Maybe you could do something with him and Arman. Where like, if they don't do the Arman Oliveira rematch, who's Oliveira gonna fight?
I mean, to me, BSD is the the only choice. Really, kind of. I mean, because it was a close fight. Though. It was a very close fight, and one could argue that that Charles won that fight, but very close fight. They could do that again and make it a title eliminator, but we are seeing some recycled people. The same thing that we were trying to get away from with Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, where it was recycling the same people. This kind of goes right into that, just recycling the same folks right at the top. And it's not their fault to keep winning, but that's just kind of what we see. But to me, I don't see any other path than Charles versus Benoit Saint Denis. That's what I see.
Okay. So it sounds like Arman Tsarukyan is kind of like the odd man out still.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Man,
I mean,
that's tough.
now
Man. That's tough.
it is. I don't think he deserves that. I think that he should be fighting. He's the one that should be fighting for the belt. But it's just kind of Justin Gaethje's a company man, so this is just kind of the way the things fell. But Arman's going to have to beat somebody else to get to the belt. That's it. It feels like that's the only way that he can do it, and that's unfortunate. Yeah. Before we get to the next part of it, we got a few people I ain't never seen in the chat. We got Adams Alley, Skylar Jones subbed, which is dope. Yeah, that's one way to spell Arman Tsarukyan. Yeah,
that's a new one.
Yeah.
Grimy, what's going on, brother? Always a treat to see you in here. We already know you're gonna be on that bullshit as usual today.
Yeah, you don't know any other way to be. You don't know what else to do. Hank Moody said Charles is my all-time favorite fighter, but I got to say Arman is getting completely screwed here. 100%.
Absolutely,
100%.
Yep. Dang, it's like that.
He putting the hit out on us.
For real, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, NFL free agency. Yeah, we're going to touch on
it.
It's
been on fire today. That's been on fire today.
It has. So moving down the card, man, Cabarajo against RDR, Rainier de Ritter. I got to tell you, man, I learned something from this fight. I definitely learned something from this fight, and I wonder if it's the same thing that you learned. Neither one of these dudes are elite. Neither one of them can beat the top 4 people in the division. They can't. I just can't. I don't see it. And I feel like Cabarajo won because somebody had to. I was not impressed at all. But what did you think about this fight?
Bro, I completely agree with you, man. That performance was not eye-opening for either guy. It pretty much looked like Rainier de Ritter on the feet is kind of just stumbling around, mumbling, bumbling. And if you just keep it on the feet, like you are just going to land clean on him. Barallo, I mean, he did what he needed to do to win the fight, but I actually thought he could have made it look a lot worse than what it was, honestly, in my opinion. I think he's gonna look back at it and feel as though he could have did a little more in the fight, but this definitely is not gonna get Cabarajo a title fight though. Like he's definitely have to get another win over, I don't know, maybe Sean Strickland, maybe the winner of Israel Adesanya, Joe Piper. So he's gonna have to do something else, just to get his name, to the head of the table.
Yeah, and then RDR, man. At no point of that fight did I think that he was going to win, and it's not because Barajo was dominant. It's because I know that he's a good grappler, but he didn't do things to get the fight to grappling. He's got good knees, but he didn't, exploit that in the exchanges, a few times here and there, but nothing to make the judges think that he was anywhere close to winning the fight.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know what they're going to do with him. Obviously he's not going anywhere, but he's just not championship material, not in the UFC.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Shout out to Grimy. I do like that matchup. Cabarajo, RoboCop. I do like that matchup.
I like that. And I think
I definitely like that matchup.
I think RoboCop knocks him smooth out.
Smooth.
Yes.
And then Jacob says, "Why did Mike Evans have to leave?" Hey, free agency been on fire, but I'm being honestly, man, like I'm surprised he went to San Francisco after all the news of the electrical station and the sub and all that. I'm just for me, honestly, I wouldn't think any free agent would really like want to go there for real.
I don't think they buy into it too much. No, I don't think so. But I mean, it, it's a pretty strong coincidence. But I would say that I think that Mike Evans went there because obviously Debo, went to Washington, before that, and then Brandon Ayuk had his issues. So their leading receiver is what Ricky Pearsall.
Mm-hmm.
So like they got a clear vacancy for number one. He's going to get touches. He's healthy now. He's got a good 2 and 3. Jawan Jennings. So like I think it's a smart move. 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. Dang.
Bro, the comments on it today.
Dang.
Oh, they chose violence today.
Oh man. So anyway, moving on. Rob Font, Raul Rosas Jr. Dude, we talked about this. We literally talked about this. Raul Rosas Jr. Like, obviously, you know what he's gonna do. I just don't think that Rob Font can do anything to stop it.
Nope. I mean, going in, man, we talked about it. Like, it literally gonna come down to Rob Font's takedown defense. And after the first takedown, I think everybody could tell, yeah, he's got no chance of keeping this fight on the feet at all. At all.
They don't want to be rich.
Bro, they come up with new people we look
For
like
real.
every week.
For real. I'm older than Richard Sherman, so I don't want to be like him. I've been like this. Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, they tripping. Anyway, dude, like Rob Font had to know that this was the game plan. Like, and I just feel like he had no answer at all for what was happening to him. Like, I don't think that his takedown defense is ever going to get any better. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to make changes this late in your career. I mean, he came out there with the crouch stance, was in southpaw for a little while, but I mean, if you're in a stance that you're not traditionally in, what that means is your takedown defense isn't going to be what you've been training all these years as well in a different stance. So once that first takedown was had, Raul Rosas was like, oh yeah, this is easy work. I can just control him, ride it to an easy decision. But Raul Rosas now is going to be ranked, and he's 21 years old, and I don't know if that style can really get it done and try and like move him up the ranks at bantamweight.
Nah, he gonna start getting knocked out. But once they stop that takedown and you ain't got nothing else for him, and that's what it's gonna be, curtains for you. But on the bright side for him, I mean, he's ranked and he's still learning and he's still young. I mean, the future's bright for him. But yeah, I do agree. I think that style is just not. It's not pleasing to the fans, but it's winning for now until somebody stops it.
Exactly. When he has to show what else he can do, I think that's when we're gonna really find out a lot about Raul Rosas Jr.
100%. You see what Grimy said? Rosas against Peyton Talbot.
Man, you talking about polar opposites right there. I think with the Peyton Talbot that fought Hani Barcelos, Raul Rosas could beat him. But Peyton Talbot's takedown defense is like night and day this time a year ago. So I would not like that for Raul Rosas. I think Peyton Talbot would do a better job of keeping it on the feet rather. And Rosas kind of just looked like in the Font fight that he was like just the more physically imposing. It was kind of like as soon as he got his hands on Font was just straight on the ground.
Yeah. And Talbot, I'm not taking that fight. Peyton's ranked number 11. Nah, I want to fight up. So I'd rather fight somebody. I'd rather fight Ayman Zahabi after Ayman Zahabi loses to Sugar Sean. That's what I would look for if I were him. For that loss to happen and then
Yeah,
fight him.
I want to see Peyton Talbot in there with a striker, dog. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So let me move down the card one more time. Drew Dober did it again.
Drew Dober did it again, dog. Like, man, like it's kind of like Drew Dober is just the UFC hitman for the brothers, man. And
Yeah.
you know, like
And
unfortunately,
he don't want to be. He don't want to be.
man. No, and Drew's he's a good person. We saw the little video of him like talking to Michael Johnson, like, hey, like my little niece, nephew, like they people say it at school. I don't really like it. I'm not that person. And then sure enough, he come out there and knock out Michael Johnson, dog. He's never beating the allegations, dog. Never.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough to beat them allegations, but I mean, it was smooth the way that he did it, man. I mean, and I said the wrong. I meant to say he dropped his right hand, Michael Johnson. So I missed my prediction, but he did what I thought he was going to do. He dropped his hand, and that hook came straight in on the chin. Well, it wasn't even a hook; it was actually a straight that landed straight on the chin. Man, took him to another dimension. But is what it is. Is what it is. Drew Dober is going to be fighting into the top 15 again, the bottom, and we'll see how that goes. If I'm him, I'm probably looking for another black dude to fight.
I really hope that people can understand, like, we're just having fun about it. Like, we're not being serious. It's all fun. It's all fun.
Yeah, for sure. Chris Raines said he thinks Zahabi beats Sean O'Malley.
Really? How does he do it?
See it? Yeah, I want to know that, Chris.
I don't see it either because I think O'Malley's going to be a little faster, going to be the better striker. I don't know. Maybe Zahabi got like some grappling in his back pocket. We don't all know.
Well, I think he does. I mean, obviously, his brother is, an amazing coach. So, like, I'm sure that he knows. But but I also think that when you're in the heat of the fight, you tend to lean towards what you're used to doing, especially when things aren't going well. And I think that I don't see how Zahabi beats him really anywhere. I don't see it. I can't see it.
Because, I mean, I thought Aldo beat Zahabi.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to see, though. We are going to see.
We are, unfortunately. Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop, as mentioned before, he knocked out Bruno Ferreira, which, I mean, I'm pretty sure that last week. So
yeah, we did, and I got to be honest, that's got to be a really good feeling for RoboCop, like to knock out a guy on literally the first punch you land of the fight. You knock out a dude that just knocked you out not too long ago. That's got to be a really good feeling. And man, RoboCop's got a lot of momentum right now, and he's turned into a problem at middleweight.
Yeah, I definitely think he is, and I'm looking forward to eventually seeing more of his grappling because I know he's really good at grappling. We just don't we don't see it, but I think that he's going to have to use that the more he goes up in the rankings. But he's got some big fights ahead of him for sure.
Yeah,
really big fights. I'll dive into this one before we jump into something else. But dude, Cody Garbrandt and Zhao Long, who won that fight?
Nobody won that fight. Zhao Long had the fight won, but the low blows ultimately cost him the fight. I mean, you look at it like the point deductions, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go look at the scorecards, but I think the judges gave Garbrandt the first round, and I think once the point deduction happened, like the fight was basically over at that point.
Yeah, dude, I mean, it wasn't a great fight, and Cody is he ain't good no more, man. It's over.
Yeah,
he really should be riding into the sunset on that win, but he won't. But yeah, that fight wasn't good, and ultimately he is fighting where which is on the undercard.
Yeah, Grammy says Cody's nuts definitely lost that fight.
Yeah, no, you're right about that though. You're right about
Oh
that
my goodness. Yeah, you ain't wrong, Grammy.
for sure. So looking into the future, obviously everybody knows at this point the UFC White House or Freedom 250 card was
Mm-hmm.
announced, and yeah, what were your initial thoughts on hearing the announcement of those fights?
Disappointment. I'm gonna be honest. It was disappointment for me. Yeah, I like Ilia Topuria's on the card, Alex Pereira's on the card, but I think majority of people were expecting John Jones, Alex Pereira. And I've even seen some videos of Justin Gaethje where I think the Thursday and Friday going up into the fight, Gaethje was like, "Oh, I'm not going to be on it." And then,
Hmm.
whatever happens behind closed doors, negotiations, whatever, it didn't go their way. So then the UFC got to make a pivot, and now we got Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje and headlining, and we got Alex Pereira versus Ciryl Gane for the interim heavyweight title.
Yep, yep. Olin, what's up?
What's going on, Olin?
He said that Cody fight was nuts. Oh man, yeah. But no, I mean, I've said it multiple times. I'm not watching the Freedom 250 card, but I will say there are some fights on the card. It's not, it's going to be a short card anyway. There's some fights on the card that are slightly puzzling. Uh, Bo Nickel against Kyle Dawkins. Now
Yep.
I understand why Bo Nickel is there. I get it, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it should have been a different kind of fighter that he was fighting against.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Maybe Kyle Dawkins knocks him out. You know, Kyle Dawkins is the opposite of Drew Dober, and he has problems against black dudes.
Yep. Yep.
He
And
gets knocked
then
out
and
every time.
yeah, and another fight on the White House card, bro, was puzzling to me was O'Malley versus a hobby. Like we got O'Malley and
We know who should.
Sandhagen right there.
We
How
know who
how do
should have
they
been.
not get that made, bro?
Yeah,
How?
we know
I
who
don't
it
know.
should have been. Yeah,
Yeah, that one was truly puzzling to me.
yeah, yeah. Diego Lopez against Steve Garcia. I think that's a great fight.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. That's a phenomenal one right there. That's a
Yeah,
banger.
I think that's a great fight. I mean, maybe they just wanted something that was going to be, exciting to go on the card.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
dude, Steve Garcia, dude, Diego jumps from fighting John Silva to Steve Garcia. Like, man, he's fighting
Bolt
some,
twice.
yeah, Volk. Like he's fighting some killers. Um, and then Mauricio Shogun. I'm about to say Mauricio
Yeah,
Shogun
yeah,
Hua.
yeah.
Mauricio
Yeah.
Hoofy,
Yeah.
and they dust off Michael Chandler to sacrifice
Mm-hmm.
him to Shogun, or not Shogun, but to Hoofy.
Yep.
Um, is there any way that this doesn't end in a knockout?
Absolutely not, man. Roofy, this is a layup for Roofy. This is literally like, hey, we putting you on the White House. Do what you do. We need an exciting, explosive knockout, and we going a lot of eyeballs are gonna be on this card just from the location alone. It's gonna bring in a little bit of a crossover audience, and I can only imagine like as this gets closer to marketing for it, it's gonna be huge. It's
Yeah,
probably gonna be all over all the political channels. It's gonna be all over all that. So this audience is gonna be very interesting for the White House card.
yeah, agreed. Um, Now there is one fight on the card that is a guaranteed U.S. win. That's the Bo Nickel and Kyle Dawkins. Somebody from the U.S. is gonna win, so we at
Mm-hmm.
least gonna walk away with one win. Um, the top of the card, Ilya against Justin. How long does the fight go?
I don't think we go past I don't think we go past the second round. I think in the first 10 minutes, I think the fight's gonna be over with. I'm just saying, man. Like like I like JG, bro. I'm a big Justin Gaethje guy. I picked him against Patty Pimlet. I just think this is a bad matchup for him. Like he's so wild, stays in the pocket, And he's going to be staying in the pocket with probably the best combination boxer in the UFC that's got power in both hands. Like, I just don't think it's a good matchup for him personally.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, yeah, about 2 rounds.
I got a question for you. For Gaethje to win, how does Gaethje get it done?
Leg kicks.
Yep, I was thinking this. Yep, same exact thing. Because I mean, Ilia is there for him. Like, he hasn't checked a leg kick in the UFC, but you know, he ends up getting to people before the leg kicks can really take effect.
Yeah, I mean, Justin has fought power punchers before. I don't think that he's fought anybody that's as technical. But he's fought power punchers and people that can put you out. So that's not a fear, but it's getting his own offense off without taking a bunch of damage back. And I feel like setting it up with those leg kicks, like vicious leg kicks, like 5 years ago, Justin Gaethje leg kicks, like he has to bring those back. And that is a way to chop him down. I don't know if that's going to work, because once he starts landing those leg kicks, then now Ilia turns on to the grappling Ilia, and he's going to grab on him. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But I will say, if Justin beats him, I'm curious what the line's going to be. But if Justin beats him, that's going to be one of the biggest upsets. Probably.
I think I saw an early line. I think Ilya's like a minus 500, I think, going into it. But and then on top of it, like, I think Gaethje can't fall in love with the leg kicks, because if he does, Ilia gonna counter him on one, going a right hand right down the middle off a leg kick. And Gaethje don't have that same chin he had five years ago. Like, this is a chin that's been knocked out by Max Holloway. So I mean, and Ilia Topuria hits a little different than, you know, some of these other dudes, unfortunately.
I would say so. So from one of your favorites to another one of your favorites, Alex Pereira is attempting to make history, going up against Ciryl Gane. What do you see, or what were your thoughts? Obviously, you were hoping that it's going to be John Jones, but what are your thoughts with it being Ciryl Gane against Alex Pereira?
I think it's a better matchup for Alex Pereira, honestly, because I mean, he's not gonna have to worry about any type of grappling threat from Ciryl Gane. He's gonna have a big guy in front of him, can move for a heavyweight, but when you've been fighting middleweights and light heavyweights, Ciryl Gane's speed isn't gonna be anything you haven't already seen. I think Ciryl Gane is gonna be in for a little bit of a surprise, being in there with somebody his size that's equally as good of a striker on the feet. Because I think going into a lot of his heavyweight fights, he feels as though he's the superior striker in all his fights. But it's going to be a striker's delight. I'm very curious to see, you know, how Ciryl Gane is gonna deal with Alex Pereira, because it's a different type of puzzle that Gane's had to deal with, and then conversely on the flip side, Gane being so big and so massive, and you know, like, uses that jab a lot. Like, how much respect is Gane gonna give Pereira coming up the heavyweight? Like, is he gonna give him that same respect that a lot of people give him?
Yeah.
Or is Gane gonna look out there and just, you know, move around, circle? I think it's gonna be a goal.
I think so too, man. I'm looking forward to that fight. I think that Alex is the same thing we just said about what Justin should do. I think Alex is gonna do use those leg kicks. Slow, you know, those calf kicks, just slow Ciryl Gane down a little bit. But, you know, Ciryl Gane wants to be on his toes, move around. I think he's going to do that to kind of eliminate that movement, and then start to put his game together. And I don't know if Alex wins, but I think that's probably part of the game plan. But one question for you though. Who's it better for? Like, who winning would be better for the UFC? Ciryl Gane or Alex Pereira?
For the UFC, Alex Pereira, 100%. Because if he wins, now you got a 3-division champion going, and then you can put him in there with Tom Aspinall, if Aspinall ever comes back from the eye thing, we don't know what's gonna happen. So if Aspinall comes back and then you get him in there with Alex Pereira, you got a monster fight. Tom Aspinall finally gets an opponent that brings some eyeballs to the fight, because he's just not gonna get that fighting Ciryl Gane, fighting anybody at heavyweight. Like that's what I was telling this to a lot of people. Like, Tom Aspinall needs John Jones. He needs Alex Pereira.
Yeah.
Because none of them other guys at heavyweight are gonna bring any intrigue to the fight, unfortunately. So definitely the UFC wants Alex Pereira to win.
Yeah. I agree with that. Look at some of these chats. This is he said that Sean doesn't want Corey, and Sean is ducking. I've seen Corey say that, supposed to say, but do you think that Sean O'Malley is ducking Corey Sandhagen?
Nah, I don't think he's ducking him at all. It's probably just one of those things where the UFC was like, hey, this is the matchup, like, yes or no, will you fight him? He probably like, yeah, I'll fight Amin Zahabi. Like, I don't think the opponent was O'Malley's doing. I think the UFC has way more say so over who you're going to fight, whether it's somebody you want to fight or not, or even if it's who the fans want you to fight. Like, the UFC has a plan and how they want to develop you and like what they want to do with you moving forward. And I think this is a more company decision than O'Malley.
Yep. Grimy crazy. He said, don't let any little girls at the White House under age 16. Let's see. Vincent says, simple MMA math. Max slept Gaethje, but Ilia slept Max. Therefore, Gaethje gets slept. I just think that you're saying that Ilia knocks everybody out, which could be true.
Yeah, that's not a bad take.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he said, don't forget Waldo. Dude.
The uncrowned heavyweight champion. I poke fun at the fellas across the pond over there in the UK, man. I give them a hard time about Tom Aspinall and Waldo Cortez Acosta. I did see Waldo and Volkov got scheduled, and honestly, the winner of that is number one contender now.
Yep, I think so. I definitely think so. Okay, so let's talk about some NFL stuff, man, because as was mentioned before, the not trade deadline, but the free agency opening just happened, and it's been a flurry. Like, my phone is full of Adam Schefter, full of it. And then one of the the biggest move, Maxx Crosby traded from the Raiders to the Ravens. When you heard that, what were your thoughts?
So first off, I was just shocked that it was the Ravens that went and got him, just because. And then when you look and see what they gave up, I mean, they gave up like 2 first-round picks, and that's typically not something the Ravens ever do. And now they're bringing in, Maxx Crosby, one of the best pass rushers in the game. And bro, the biggest loser out of this deal, in my opinion, and I'll bring it together, I'll make it make sense, is Joe Burrow. Because now his same division, he got Myles Garrett, he's going to see twice. He got TJ Watt that he's going to see twice a week. And now I got Maxx Crosby, he's going to see 2 times a year in the same division.
Yeah.
Like, and that offensive line can't block anybody. Hey, yeah. Burrow did not like to see that deal at all, bro.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about that, man. That is very, very true. And of course, the Cowboys lost out on Maxx Crosby, but because the Cowboys were going to give a 1 this year, but they offered a 2 next year, and it just wasn't rich enough for him, which I respect that. It might be even better that the Cowboys lost out because they can spread that money out a little bit, but nonetheless, I mean, I think the Ravens are getting, an elite pass rusher. I don't know if the money's going to be worth it. I don't know. The reason I say that is because you look at Micah Parsons, and yes, he got a massive bag over there, but it did take away from some different pieces on especially now that they lost Rashan Gary, and once he got hurt, they were, devoid of a push. So it puts a lot
Mm-hmm.
on one player.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, I do think that the Ravens, they addressed a major need. They weren't getting a lot of pressure last year at all, which resulted in their defense kind of falling apart during the year. But that being said, that's great for Max, and Max being a UFC fan, also great. He won't be at a lot of the fights now because he's gonna be gone.
True. Yep.
But I mean, I think that's a good move for the Ravens, though, for sure. Still,
Yeah, I definitely I definitely like it for both sides. I mean, the Raiders, they're in full rebuild now. Like everybody knows what's going on. There's no more confusion. Like, are we trying to win now or are we trying to build? Like, it's very clear. The Raiders are in rebuild mode, and the Ravens are like, we pushing all the chips to the center. Like, we trying to win a ring.
yeah. I mean, the Raiders, they just signed one of the richest deals for a center. So Fernando Mendoza is going to get one of the best centers in the league, and they signed is it Naylor, wide receiver.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they're
I
getting
saw
some
that.
pieces for him. They're getting some pieces for him. I mean, they already got Genty in the backfield, so he's going to be at least it'll be trending up instead of just kind of treading water like they've always been doing. So I can recognize what the Raiders are doing. It's pretty good. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lindenbaum and Jalen Naylor.
Appreciate that, Vincent.
Yeah. And then Grimy mentioned Rashan Gary to the Cowboys. I mean, I think it's cool. It's not getting Maxx Crosby or old boy from the Bengals, but I
Oh,
think it's solid.
Hendrickson.
Yeah, Hendrickson. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
it's possible that we could still get him, but I mean, the scheme is changing. We're going from 4-3 to a hybrid 3-4. So our emphasis on defensive ends is going to change a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see where it lands.
I think Gary's going to benefit from the defensive tackles that's going to be on that D line as well. I think it's going to free him up to where he's not getting doubled too much. Yeah. And I think it's going to be one of those things where they're going to have like a few different guys that can be disruptive on that D line. I think that's going to help out everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think we still need to get, and maybe in the draft we get somebody that's maybe a hybrid DN linebacker to add more pass rush, because we can't just be dependent on Ezaraku to give us a pass rush, and then the guys up the middle. We need a little bit more, but that's another one that UFC Locke Vincent brought up is to the Dolphins. Mm-hmm. I think that's great. I like what Malik Willis was doing at the end of the year, and in filling in for Love for Green Bay. I think that dude, he's finally figured it out, and them flipping from Tua to him, I think it's going to be a good look for them. I definitely do.
Man, Miami's a tough spot. It's like they just cannot hit on the quarterback play like long term there for whatever reason that is. Like they can get a guy, he may have like a good year or two, and then next thing you know, like they just can't get reliable quarterback play. So I don't know, like the Dolphins, the Browns, some about it, the quarterback play there is just they never quite can figure it out ever since Dan Marino. But we'll see though. We'll see what happens. And just like somebody in the chat said, Tua's I don't think that's official yet, Grind, but I think somebody said that like Tua to Atlanta is like close.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that. Which I mean, for Michael Penix Jr., I'm like, I'd be like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Like I just got hurt, but it is what it is. He can't get a secure spot for nothing.
Nope.
But I do think that Tua to Atlanta would be interesting. I don't think that puts them over on anything. I mean, I think that they're still going to be pretty much the same way that they are, and Tua is probably going to get hurt.
And then, honestly, I think it just puts them back in the same situation they were in with Kirk Cousins and Penix.
Yeah. Grimy said they need Dan Marino back 100%. Yeah. Let's see. Are there any other trade or signings that I wanted to bring up? Any other big ones that you can think of?
Buddy went to the Chiefs, went from the running back.
Oh yeah, Kenneth Walker,
Yep.
Super Bowl MVP goes to the Chiefs. I thought that was interesting because the Chiefs don't have their star quarterback for pretty much all next season. So, and then Travis Kelce's coming back too. Who's the quarterback?
We don't know, but I can tell you one thing. I bet the negotiations for that deal were very favorable for Kenneth Walker. 100%. Coming off winning a Super Bowl, you're going someplace that wins perennially, and they haven't won it in a few years. They want to get back there. And then they're going into a new stadium in a few years. Like the Chiefs organization is in an interesting spot. I know, Mahomes gonna be out, but that actually might end up being a blessing, man. If they have a rough year, now they drafting early in the draft next year, and they got Mahomes coming back. They can get him another weapon or a high offensive lineman, something like that. So it's an interesting situation. What's going on in Kansas City?
Yeah. And Vincent brought up Isaiah Pacheco. Nah, he ain't cutting it.
Not since early in his career. Pacheco was doing it early in his career, but he just hasn't been that same guy.
No, not at all. Going back to the Raiders, they did sign Nakobe Dean at linebacker.
Oh, okay.
So that's a good one. That's a really good pickup for them. They're doing some things that. What's odd with them is, and you brought it up as far as like the rebuilding and the confusion that they have. I think that they're still kind of doing it where they're signing win now players, but then then they're drafting the number one overall pick at quarterback, who's obviously going to be a rookie and there's going to be growing pains. So I don't know. I mean, maybe he hits the ground running and we see the same thing that we saw at Drake May, where he was ready, but.
Or he can just steer the ship in the direction it needs to go and just not mess it up.
Yeah, I mean he has a solid running back to kind of hand the ball off to. He's got Brock Bowers now. He's got Naylor. He's got some pieces. He's definitely got some pieces. So I don't know. We will see how that fleshes out. So let's jump into I guess fight night. My boy Josh Emmett against Kevin Vallejos. Have you already done your video? I haven't seen it yet.
I'm not even doing one this week. Not even doing one this week. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Just it's been a crazy weekend, even with the fight card. Yesterday itself was a crazy day for you boys. So I was like all over the place. And just couldn't get the video done. It is what it is, but we're gonna get this streaming in though.
Yeah. So I know we were going to touch on a few things on that card, but just kind of starting right at the top, man. What are your thoughts about this Josh Emmett and Kevin Vallejos fight?
I mean, Kevin Vallejos, red hot, young, 24 years old, guys on a 6-fight win streak. Josh Emmett, veteran, big time power. I've actually been to 2 of Josh Emmett's fights before in person, so I feel like I've seen Josh Emmett a lot in real life, but just a vet in the game, 41 years old, 1-4 in his last 5. So that's definitely not what he wants. But I mean, if you look at it, he's been in there with the best of the best. Yusuf Zalal, Lerone Murphy, Ilia Topuria, Yair Rodriguez. Like he's been in there with the elite of the elite. So it's just one of those things, man. When you've been around division for so long, you're gonna get to a spot where you are only fighting the best.
Yep. He's hitting the ceiling a little bit. I mean, it's one of those ones, man, where it's tough to make my picks, man, because that's my guy. So it's gonna be tough, man. But you're absolutely right. Vallejos is white hot, and Emmett is on a skid. And the other part of it, with being in the UFC for so long, to sleep on you. Everybody knows what you do. So. And Vallejos is still relatively new, so that's going to be a drawback. I'm going to rock with my boy, man. I'm still going to go with my boy. I'm still going to go with Josh Emmett. But
that's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
But obviously, if Vallejos does what he does, then it is what it is. It is.
Hey, I'm just gonna tell you this. You might want to pass this along to your boy. The 2 Josh Emmett fights I've been to, he's 2-0. I'm just saying. He knocked out
Well,
Bryce Mitchell. I was there, and he
sound like you need
beat
to go.
Calvin Cater. I'm just saying. He's
Yeah.
2-0 when I'm in the building.
That's true. That's true. Let me
What's
hit
going
some of
on,
these
Jay Beers?
comments. Yeah, what's going on, man? He said he met that guy at Costco buying his beer. And you're right, Ilia couldn't get him out of there.
But he beat him up, though. He beat him up for like the entire fight.
He did. And what's interesting about that is if you go back on my channel, you can see the interview that I had with Josh, and we talk about that fight. And he's still angry about that fight because he felt like he could do more. And he felt like Ilia wasn't hitting him with shots that were going to get him out of there. So he was like, man, I'm still in this fight. And he just couldn't get to him. But
Yeah.
he's the only one. He's the only, well, him and Yusuf Zalal, the only ones that were able to make it to the end. But and then KSH 9504, I said every part of that name. Evans to the Niners did happen. 3-year deal.
Yep, that went through.
3-year deal. Jay Beers is pissed at the Raiders for trading Maxx Crosby. They had to.
It's one of those things. Yeah, they got to. Either they're gonna lose him for nothing, you know. At least they get 2 first-round picks for him now. I mean, it's full rebuild. You know, you gotta burn it all down and build it up from the studs.
Yeah, they had to. No choice. Moving down the card, another one of my homies, Jillian Robertson fighting Amanda Lamoche, 5 versus 8. That should be an interesting fight for people who like women's MMA. It's probably just me. Another interesting fight, Andre Fili against Jose Miguel Delgado. That's gonna be interesting. What are your thoughts on that one?
I'm feeling like Andre Touchy Philly might get blasted out of there on this one. I'm just saying, Jose Miguel Delgado, exciting, big time power in his hands. Is a finisher. I think the dude's got like all 10 of his wins are by finish. So Jose Miguel Delgado, if he wins the fight, he getting you out of there.
Yeah. And Andre Fili, crafty veteran, 25-12. Been around the UFC for a long time, but he does get hit. And Delgado's not somebody you want to get hit by. So I tend to agree that Delgado probably sends him to the shadow realm. Unfortunately, and I like Andre Fili a lot, man. He just never got to that level. Our boy Charles Johnson,
Energy.
Yeah.
So I think this is a big fight for Energy. I mean, I know he's coming off that loss to Alex Perez, and that was kind of a rough one, but he's in an interesting spot, man. He's got to win over the current champion and the guy who else did he beat? Who did he beat? He beat Van and who else did Energy beat?
It was somebody else. I remember us talking about that.
Yeah, I was saying the best base to be a flyweight is to get finished by Charles Johnson.
Yeah.
It was somebody else. Oh, Loner Kavanaugh. That's who it was. Loner Kavanaugh. So, like, I mean, all the hot guys in the division right now have gotten beat by Energy. So he's in a good spot, man. He need to go out here, have a good performance.
He does.
Have a good call out on the mic and go from there.
Yeah. Shout out to Sterling and the missus. I've seen them. They've been streaming together, bro. They streaming together.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? He following your footsteps.
Yeah. Make sure you strap up, bro. But be careful. Things happen. Omar Sy versus Kutilaba or Kutilaba.
That should be Kutilaba. I mean, go ahead. My bad. I ain't mean to cut you off. My bad.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that I think that's gonna be an exciting fight. I think it will be. Kutilaba tends to be in exciting fights, whether he's winning or he's losing. Most of the time, he's losing. But I think it's gonna be exciting because he just brings that out of people.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good matchup just because Kutalaba, man, his last couple years in the UFC, man, he's been putting it together. I know he had that run where he lost like 3 fights in a row, but then I mean he's 3-2 in his last 5. Took Marty B to decision. That was a split decision.
Mm-hmm.
Umar Say, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like as he's been working his way up the ranks at middleweight, I feel like the danger factor has kind of dropped off a little bit. But Kutalaba, man, he brings a fight to you. So if you're not ready when you go in there with Kutalaba, he will like be on you and make it a rough night for you.
Yeah. That's exactly what I see. That's what I see happening. Um, he said, "Stop it right now, dude. You stop it. You stop it right now." Oh man, he said, but he lost to a roided Rosamond and Perez.
That's true.
Yeah, he did. He did. Jay Beer said he thinks that Scully loses, but every time I pick him to lose, he wins. So you got to pick him to lose. So
Basically.
I think this is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's perfect. Let's see what else on this card. As we go down this thing.
Oh, we got to touch on Chris Curtis,
Yes.
Orabai. We got to touch on that.
Yes. So you brought it up before we jumped online. Chris Curtis coming down from middleweight to welterweight, and Orabai going up from lightweight to welterweight. Who do you think that's a better situation for?
I think it's a better situation for Orabai because I mean, you know, there's kind of like a little saying like the lighter weight class has a bit more skill than the higher weight class.
Mm-hmm.
And I when I look at Orabai, man, he's good everywhere the fight goes. Like on the ground, his grappling's not bad. Got power in his hands, as we saw in his last fight against Jack Hermanson, knocked him out in the first round. And Jack Hermanson actually beat Chris Curtis. So I mean, there's some more MMA math for you. Chris Curtis only gonna have a 2-inch reach advantage, even though he's coming down from middleweight. So I think I think the speed of Orabai is gonna take a little bit for Curtis to adjust to. But I think this is gonna be a good one though. I think Orabai is gonna need to mix it up with Chris Curtis, like mix in the grappling a little bit, keep him guessing. But I think this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Jay Beard said he wants somebody to shut up the action man. Can't stand him. I like Chris Curtis. I mean, he says some things that obviously bring heat on him, but I like him. When I first started the channel, he was the first fighter that said anything to me. So
That's what's up.
I'm always gonna, be cool with that dude. But that being said, I agree wholeheartedly with your breakdown as far as like the way that Orabai, the speed that he has, his well-roundedness. It's going to be tough. But and you know what Chris Curtis is going to do? He's going to try to get in the pocket of exchange. That's what he's going to do. You see this dude, Sun Tzu Media?
Yeah, I see this dude, man.
Man, the comments been crazy today, for real.
For real.
But this one's hard to pick. I probably lean towards Orabai, but I don't know. Feel that day. I might be feeling nostalgic and go with the person that I know. One more fight to jump on this one. Elijah Smith. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this?
Man, after that slam TKO he had, man, I know he definitely picked up some followers on social media. Some people definitely more interested in this guy. But hey, young kid, exciting. He's just 23 years old at bantamweight, and I mean he's 9-1. Su Young Yu, I mean it's gonna be a tough night out for him. I mean, we didn't really get to see much of Elijah Smith like striking in his last fight because I mean that slam TKO happened first round. Yeah. But I mean this guy can get it done a lot of different ways, and I think he's gonna have a really good performance on Saturday.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a showcase fight for Elijah Smith. Unfortunately against Su Young Yu, but dude, that slam that he landed, man, bro got up on his tippy toes. That part right there, that's the part where I was like, oh, this might be too much. But luckily the dude was all right. But I definitely see a dominant win for Elijah Smith for this one. Definitely a showcase fight. He said they're feeding him another Asian. It's about to be Kung Pao. What's up, Toron, man? Appreciate you
What's going
popping in
on,
here,
brother?
bro.
Good to see you, as always.
And then Jay Beer said he liked Chris Curtis as a fighter, but as a person,
I
yeah,
get it. I get it.
100%. I get it. I do. I mean, I feel that way about a lot of athletes, man. Like, I'll give you an example, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day. You know, when we talk about the whole GOAT debate in basketball with Jordan and LeBron, you know, obviously we've talked about this before. I'm a Jordan guy, but I far like LeBron more as a person. Like, it's not even close. I like LeBron way more as a person. He's way more relatable as a
Okay.
person, and that's just kind of the way it is in sports sometimes. But I understand that with Chris because he's said and did interesting things, and the company he keeps does not help. Sean Strickland is
Yep. Exactly.
yeah. So I get that. I definitely get that. Anywho, before we get out of here, I know you don't have a video coming up, but you did mention streaming.
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna try to get on here again. I know this weekend definitely I'll be on for a main card watch along for sure. Friday I'm gonna try maybe Friday, Thursday I'm gonna try and do some, and then I know me and you gonna get together see if we can figure some stuff out too.
yeah.
Behind the scenes, but yeah, that's all I got going on. What about you?
So I got a couple of things. I got a video that I'm slowly working on. And then yes, obviously I'm actually trying to get things together so I can start doing a weekly stream outside of this one.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. Got to get the technical parts together.
Yep.
Before we jump off of here, I do want to address this comment that Grammy said. He said that Larry Bird is the best white ever. I was like, of all the whites?
I mean, that's not a bad take. That's not a bad take at all.
But he just said he's not even the best white basketball player. He's just the best white ever.
Ooh, nah. Well, I don't know, because you got to think, man. He won rings as a player and as an exec, and then as a coach took the Pacers to the finals. Mm-hmm. So I mean, hey, Larry Bird is one of them ones, but I mean, you start throwing in like Wayne Gretzky, you know, some of the other athletes.
The nickname is exactly the great one, like Wayne Gretzky, dude.
Yeah.
He one of them ones for real.
Hey, Grimy, you already. Oh, my bad. I was just gonna say, Grimy, I'm definitely gonna be doing some March Madness streams. I'll definitely be doing the Final Four. I can definitely tell you that.
That's gonna be big. That's gonna be big. But if we just talking about white athletes of all time, Wayne Gretzky got to be right there at the top.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
You mentioned Babe Ruth. He didn't play against black players. Sorry, can't do it.
I'm trying to think who else you got. You can who else? Man.
I mean,
I feel like Brady. I need a little time. Tom Brady, obviously. Brady's up there. I feel like Gretzky's still Gretzky, though.
I mean, if you look at the record books and how much he gapped people when he left the game, obviously, you know, Ovechkin, you know, has started to catch up on some of those records or whatever. But dude, Wayne Gretzky, he had Wilt Chamberlain type records, dude. Like, it's Wayne. Yeah. Anywho, so
you see what Grammy said?
What he said?
He said neither did Gretzky because he played hockey.
You know what,
bro? He got you. He got you dead.
I stand corrected.
Oh my God, Grammy, you're an idiot, dog. You're an idiot.
Touche.
Oh my God. Oh, that was good. That was good.
That was solid. Cool. Well, yeah, man, this was a good show. Until next time, we will holler at y'all boys. Make sure y'all follow us. Make sure y'all like the stream, and go watch all of our old videos too, man. They're all good. So yeah, until next time, we will holler at y'all boys. Maybe we will.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Come back next Monday to chop it up.
So please, sa barangay, sarkap, whatever.